Hello everyone, it's Caleb Sapp, CEO and founder of Blace Candles, and welcome to the 6th episode of the Blace podcast. Now you may be wondering, why is there a special episode today on a Tuesday? Well, I wanted to make a special episode about the upcoming 2022 United States elections, and it's so exciting because it's just around the corner. The day of this recording, it is October 25th, and the election is currently under 2 weeks away, so we're very excited. If you are new here, I am Caleb Sapp. I'm CEO and founder of Blace Candles, so that's very exciting. If you are new here, this is the Blace podcast. A reminder to get the episode started off right of the current catalog of Blace Candles. I'm enjoying y'all that are listening on blacecandles.us, and we're going to look at the current catalog of Blace Candles. Let's get a rundown, please. Drum roll, please. Thank you. Yes, come on. Lavender Eucalyptus from the Luxe Collection. Birthday Candle from the Spring Collection. Pumpkin Pie and Apple Pie from the Fall Collection. Sweet Jasmine Pumpkin Spice, the newest bestseller in the Blace Candles catalog. We love a good pumpkin spice chill. Cherry Blossom from the Summer Collection. Citrus from the Summer Collection. Sandalwood from the Spring Collection. Oats and Honey from the Spring Collection. And Rose from the Luxe Collection. Now, I do want to remind the girls that the Luxe Collection and the Spring Collections are currently equipped with wooden wicks. The only ones that have the cotton wicks are the Fall and Summer Collections. Yes, the Citrus, Cherry Blossom, all of the lineup of the Fall Collection is equipped with cotton wicks. We love good cotton wicks, yes. And if you're not a fan or you can't have a candle in your residence, you can always try the new Blace Melts by Blace Candles. Yes, the Wax Melts by Blace Candles are back. They are very nice. They're bestsellers already. They're popping off. So, what are the Blace Melts? They're 15-count wax melts kept in resealable bags meant to be placed in a tea light warmer, which will disperse their selected scent around your comfort space. The current collection of the Blace Melts by Blace Candles are Sandalwood, Lavender Eucalyptus, Clean Linen, and Birthday, period. All 4 fragrances now available on blacecandles.us under the Melts tab. Now let's get into today's topic. It is elections and candles. Yes! This guy says election chair. Now, if the girls that know Blace Candles in its entirety, I am from the South Shore of Long Island, which is currently represented in the 2nd Congressional District of the New York State. My current representative incumbent is Andrew Garbarino. He's a Republican, and not gonna lie, I kind of stand Andrew Garbarino. Like, what Andrew Garbarino has done just being the incumbent representative for my district since 2021, actually, it's been very positive considering the ideas of his party at the current state. He has voted for codifying same-sex marriage, which is currently under threat by the Republican-appointed Supreme Court justices. And I say justices, not the entire Supreme Court, because we do have 3 good justices. We have Elena Kagan, Sonia Sotomayor, and the Queen, the newest one, the first Black woman to ever be on the Supreme Court, Ketanji Brown Jackson. We do love those 3. But we already saw it with abortion, that the 6 conservative-leaning Supreme Court justices are attacking rights that have been precedent for decades now? Yeah. Same-sex marriage was just only legalized 7 years ago in 2015 by the Supreme Court. And just to get back to it, I mean, Andrew Garbarino voted for same-sex marriage, which is a deviation from his current party's ideas and positions. Another decision he made that kind of goes against the grain of his party, he voted for the creation of a bipartisan committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol building. And I think that is so important because he was one of the, 20 it was a very unpopular idea in this party at the time to go after Donald Trump for what he did on January 6th. Like, it's terrible. He really went up against the tide and he stood for his beliefs. And to build on that, he accepted the result of the 2020 presidential election of Joe Biden. And especially being in a party where even as representatives, Republicans are actively saying that the election was stolen 2 years in the future from the election. Like, it's kind of crazy to me. Another thing Andrew Garbarino did was that he voted for the Background Checks Act on every firearm, which mandates federally the background checks on all firearms. And it unfortunately hasn't been voted on the Senate yet because, you know, deadlocked. 50-50 majority in the Senate, but we'll get into that later. Yes, so he's had a very successful tenure of standing for his true beliefs and what is really right, because this far-right extremist ideologies that are plaguing the Republican Party right now, it's sick. And I really think Andrew Garbarino is one of those good Republicans. And that is why I care about these politics so much, is because even down to a representative from a small district on a little island of New York can really make such a difference. Like, I can't stress enough the importance of voting and the importance of paying attention, because I think that's how the Supreme Court just slithered in and snatched the constitutional right to abortion from women across this country. And we saw the southern states passing laws banning abortion right after 13 weeks, and even in cases of rape. And everybody heard about that story about the 10-year-old girl, right, that had to cross state lines to get an abortion, because in Texas, I believe, where it happened, they passed, once it has a heartbeat, you cannot get an abortion in cases of rape, which is terrible, horrific. And that's why people need to pay attention, because the 2016 election, if it didn't go Donald Trump's way, I do believe abortion would have never been in the place it is now. And Donald Trump appointing 3 conservative justices is just really disgusting to me. And also, the embrace of Donald Trump in the Republican Party today is disgusting to me because of what he did on January 6th. Now, the girls that don't know what happened on January 6th, let me tell you what happened on January 6th. A mob of Trump supporters stormed, vandalized, and threatened the lives of congressional leaders and representatives during the joint session to certify Joe Biden's victory in 2020. And this happened on January 6, 2021, so it was only weeks before Biden was going to get inaugurated anyway. But Donald Trump literally called on thousands of people to ransack the building, and to even think that the thousands of people storming was just a ruse for domestic terrorists to sneak in and try to kill politicians that did not like Trump. It's disgusting to me. And the fact that the legislation to create a federal commission to investigate it was denied because of partisan politics is disgusting to me. And that's why I care. Like, I think a lot of people need to stress the importance of voting in congressional elections, because those people from the small districts can really make a difference once they band together and stand for what's right. And who I'm voting for in this election, I am a resident of New York, so you have to consider my selections. I am voting for Andrew Garbarino for re-election. Yes, I do agree that he is a good one out of that bad batch of Republicans plaguing the Congress right now. And hopefully they will all be voted out this election or whatever. I'm voting for Kathy Hochul for re-election because Lee Zeldin embraced and voted against certifying the 2020 presidential election, and he amplified Donald Trump's claims that it was stolen, it was rigged, and that he just really played a role in that misinformation thing. And I believe in Kathy Hochul. I think she is qualified, way beyond qualified, to be the governor than he is. As a registered Democrat, voting for a Republican is against the grain for me. It is crazy that I would be like casting a vote for a Republican, but I do believe that partisan politics is disgusting, and there shouldn't just be, let's stick with the others and let all of those other people just like suffer. And I think that is the catalyst that causes events like January 6th. Like, it's us versus them. But really, there is good Republicans, there's bad Democrats, there's good Democrats, and there's good Republicans. Like, it's really sad. There's also a lot of bad Republicans, but I'm not dismissing anything. It's just the truth. It's just like, not all of them are bad. Andrew Garbarino isn't a bad person from what I believe. He may disagree with Joe Biden, but that's okay. Like, as long as he just stands for human rights. The main goal I'm trying to drive home here is to register to vote. And I believe like it's so underrated to register to vote right now. Like, I don't understand why people are like, oh my god, yeah, I'm not registered to vote. Go register to vote. If you are over 18 and a citizen of the United States, you can go to vote.gov. That's vote.gov. It's a government run website, and that's where you can find all the absentee ballot requests, all of your state's board of elections procedures, getting registered to vote. It's all there. Once again, it is vote.gov, and that is so important. Make your voice heard. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Make your voice heard. If you have positions politically that you feel need to be amplified and you feel that are right, find the candidate that suits your positions politically and vote for them. It's so important, because the more people we get on a certain ideology, the more power we have when it comes to making landmark legislation and amazing codifying of rights. Like, we have to codify all these rights into law. Abortion, same-sex marriage, gun control, also issues like the economy and inflation and climate change, which is so important. Make your voice heard on those topics, because it all concerns us at the end of the day. Like, climate change concerns everybody. Make a position on climate change and stick to it. Vote for the representatives that are aligned with yours, and just get into it. Vote. That's all I'm gonna say. Vote. And if you rely on social media for your news intake, get rid of that immediately. Know how to certify your sources. Know how to make sure they're authentic. Make sure you're not taking in misinformation and spreading it, because that is such a pandemic right now. Misinformation. Terrible. People are lying for fun, and it's costing us elections. Stop it. If you want to make your voice heard on a smaller level, you may have heard of the new hashtag Blace Transparency campaign from Blace Candles. Yes, the company is encouraging its customers to make their voice heard on the Blace Candles website. That is BLACECANDLES. What is hashtag Blace Transparency? Blace Transparency is a new campaign by Blace Candles to encourage our customers to leave a review under any Blace Candles product. That includes the Blace smells, the Blace candles. Now, every candle, every wax melt, every product on blacecandles.us now has a public customer review form under every product. And what this helps us with is the hashtag Blace Transparency campaign promotes authenticity in the public reception of Blace candles and its products, as well as letting future customers know about the genuine quality of the product. Now, what the hashtag Blace Transparency campaign kind of reminds me of is the Blace referendum that was done, and I think I discussed that in the last episode. But with a registered email address, you can leave a review on any Blace Candles product, and it'll only be moderated for obscenity and curse words. So don't be commenting on weird stuff on the Blace Candles website, chill. Like I said before, period. Do not be commenting no weird stuff. Be real. Drop your very authentic opinion. All criticism is welcome. If you may have not seen already, the reviews from the Blace Candles website, the ones that are usually at the bottom of our homepage, are now removed because they are outdated. And that is what we are trying to promote. We want new voices. We want new opinions on the Blace Candles website. And who better than from the real customers of Blace Candles? If you have a registered email address that's registered on blacecandles.us, you can just leave a quick review under whichever products are in your order history. And I believe that is the perfect way to end the episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Blace podcast. Stay up to date with the Blace podcast and the Blace Candles Company on all of our social media pages at BLACECANDLES on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook. Period. And don't forget to subscribe to the Blace newsletter, now weekly newsletter. Very exciting. Just scroll down a little bit on the Blace Candles homepage and the sign up form will be right there for the Blace newsletter. And once you sign up, you will get news, updates, and coupons straight to your inbox. Don't forget to leave a comment underneath any Blace podcast post on the Blace Candles website to be featured on the next episode of Blace podcast. It's so exciting. We welcome all voices in the Blace podcast and the Blace Candles Company in general. And a reminder of the current catalog of Blace candles. We have 11 different candles from 4 different collections on the Blace Candles website right now. And we have 4 different fragrances of our Blace melts on the Blace Candles website underneath the melts tab. 11 different candles underneath the candles tab, 4 different wax melts under the melts tab. And that is beautiful, am I right? Okay, so thank you so much for watching. It was a pleasure discussing. Don't forget to register to vote. It is so important to save our country and to save democracy in general. So don't forget, it's vote.gov and you'll have all the information about voting right there. Thank you so much for listening to Blace podcast, and I will see you guys on the next episode. See you later.